First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from Ford Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set. Got 80. 59. I got one.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford throwing deep for Golladay. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Kill. Hey, 22. Hey. Me. I got this. Sponge. No. Undercrunch. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
22!
On first down, Stafford here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Set, 280. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Shift.
Mike 51.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here. For a delay? No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, 280.
Mike 51. Man.
50.
Hey, Mike 51.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Kenny Golladay. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Ready? 250.
Mike 59. Hey, get in the weight room.
Hey, middle.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Zebra.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 180.
Watch
10.
Watch the slap. Check 59, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
59. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll start the drive with Hill. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the 29, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens send their punter out now. We're scoreless after 1. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Stafford. This is caught by Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Stay 50, stay 50. 64, weak.
On first down, Johnson. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Alert!
39-yard line.
Mike 59.
Smooth.
You don't want nothing. Get it. Pick up the ball. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
32.
Mike.
From the 39, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford throws complete to Galladay, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle. Signal and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Check, lady. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Joker, 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 Joker. Look at him.
To Johnson again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And his kick here is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson going to throw deep for the end. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will. Harris.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Check. Crunch. 59.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Hill. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go,
The
baby.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Stafford on 3rd down. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Don't get nervous. Easy alert.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Double right.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, exit. We own them.
Mike, check. 59. You're not ready.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Mike 51. I got you, punk.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This time Jackson will throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch, like 7.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Exit. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Check 37, 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
White. Hey, high 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Set, lady.
40's a month. All day, every day.
Come on, Mahar, ready to move.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Mike's 40. Mike. 11. We want this. 40's the Mike. Squeeze. I hope you brought your legs because I'm a...
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's got it to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. Mike 40. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Alert! Hey, we're going Mike 40. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Willis. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Johnson again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sidelines, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And some space here. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. All zeros on the clock. What an ending to this. What a defensive touchdown.
And that's how you play defense, folks.
And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis